Hey guys, I know it's been a little while since I did a video, but what we're going to talk about today are these. These are a fairly new item, and you can see by the packaging, I really like the packaging. So this is the Tangram brand, and what it is it's Kizer's budget line. Now, some of you guys know Kizer is already a fairly budget knife, but this is their budget line. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about this in just a second. So first things first, I want to take a quick look at the packaging. So I've got two of them, so what I can do is I can have one out and already ready to go, and then we can look at the packaging. So the packaging on these, now we're gonna get to price point in a little bit because I've been looking it up. I can't find the price that I was told, so I'm gonna be real careful about price on this because I don't wanna set off anybody's warning bells. Anyway, this is the way they come packaged. And it has got like gloss silk screen on top of recycled cardboard. Now you can see the inner package as well is pretty cool. So that's what it looks like on the outside. And then when you open it, this is what you get. So it's packaged fairly well. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've had custom knives that came in much worse packaging. But the thing is, these knives are a budget model. They're so much cheaper, apparently, than the other. Now, I did look, they have this exact same knife on Amazon for $45. Now, the price I was told for these is a good bit cheaper than that. So they come packaged pretty well, and we're gonna actually turn the camera around to take a good look at what you get in the package. I might have to move some stuff around. You can see I'm doing this in the kitchen again. It is chilly. It's not cold, it's in the 50s, but it's trying to rain and it's windy. And I don't wanna try and do a video outside in the rain, in the wind. I'm just not gonna try and do it today, not on New Year's Eve. So at any rate, this is how it comes packaged. Nice tight packaging, you get some extras. So let's turn this around real quick and look at this. So guys, if there happens to be noise, I apologize. I started this video and then my wife and kid came home. I mean, having a family is screwing with now. They just got back from ice skating. So if you happen to hear background noise that you weren't hearing before, it's because they just came. All right, guys. So, like I said, this is the internal packaging. And your knife comes set down inside this recycled cardboard. You get a Tangram Outdoors wristband, a wipey towel, and let's see what this is. This is the first I pulled all this stuff out just to look at all of it. And you get a warranty card. Kizer Cutlery. And it says your Tangram products are made by Kizer. The product is guaranteed against defects in material or workmanship and has a limited lifetime warranty to the original purchaser. Unauthorized disassembly will void warranty. So we are not going to be taking these apart. I will let the owner, if he decides to, take these apart. I think he said something about refinishing one of these though. So anyway, it's your the wipey cloth, which I don't know why knives need wipey claws, but it started happening a few years back. I noticed that knives started coming with the wipe claws like a pair of sunglasses did. So that's how it comes packaged. So let's take a look at the knife itself. The packaging, like, I'm not gonna lie, the packaging on this looks really good. And like I've said, I've gotten more expensive custom knives that came packaged much worse. So here we go, let's look at the knife. So what the rumble is you got a full G10 handle. It is a liner lock, liners, and the rumble is a recurve Tonto. Now, with the rest of the Kizer knives, I'm not seeing anything really fit and finish wise that is out of what I would expect from a Kizer knife, just in a cheaper package. Now, like I said, I looked these up on Amazon currently. These are $45, which is a really, really good price for a quality knife. However, I believe, if I remember correctly, that I had to wipe my lens off. Don't think I was cleaning my ears. The guy that got these, I do believe, paid less than $45. Now, I will let him comment when he watches the video as to what he actually paid for these. So this is the Rumble, and it is in, what's the steel on this? It says it's, let me see, one of these has got to have the steel marked on it. G10 handle, flipper knife. It's a Tonto. So let's see. That is JPN ACUTO. There's the model number. So any of you guys know, I have not looked this up yet. It'll probably give you some more info on it. But like I said, this is pretty reminiscent of some of the other blade shapes that are out there. It really kind of looks like a Norseman, but it's got more of the blade style, blade design that I saw on some of the Kizer. I think they're the K3, K4, something like that. But so let's take a good look at it here. Action on it, pretty nice. Lockup's pretty good. Thumb stud deployment's not bad. Ambidextrous thumb studs. It is all Torx hardware, but now we're going to get into, you guys are probably going to see. So you got a smooth side pivot on this side, and there's your removable pivot, G10. Your liners are skeletonized. It's pretty light. It is fairly light for a large knife. Now, when I say a large knife, we're going to do some comparison here. That's why this is out. It's not much different size-wise than my Reate Horizon D in carbon fiber. It is pretty similar size-wise. Let's see here. Really similar size-wise to that Reate. Now, if you guys know, I got big hands. This is not a little knife. This isn't a little dainty object you've got. It is fairly light. It is a good bit lighter than this, but this one has a carbon fiber scale and a titanium scale, titanium pocket clip. So now, let's take a good look at it. These are not ground too badly. There are some flaws with the grind, but you know, that's neither here nor there. This is a fairly cheap, fairly inexpensive knife that you're getting at that price point where you're getting a good handful of knife. Now, these are not the easiest knives for a lot of people to sharpen, these style knives. And I believe that we're gonna find when I start to sharpen these for the customer that I'm gonna have to open this choil up a little bit. If he wants to not get that ramping effect that you get where this material's thicker. Got some good jimping on it. It does have one issue, however. This is the issue I'm gonna say. And it's not even an issue, so for a lot of people, this wouldn't even be a problem. But you see there, it's not a bad pocket clip. Stands a little proud for my taste. But there's no place to put it on this side. Now, I got a lot of knives that are like that. This knife, you can't change the pocket clip. However, this knife is set up for left-hand carry only. That's the only real issue I see with this knife. For the price point it's in, you're getting a lot of knife at that price. But let's turn this around and we'll talk about the flaw herein. The flipper tab's not too bad, but we took a quick look at it here. You got a good close-up. The G10, they did a really good job on the G10. There's no real hot spots to speak of. The pocket clip's a little proud, but not too bad. I would think if it was right-hand carry, it would be a lot more uncomfortable. So let's get this turned around. Lock face, nice broad lock face. It does run on washers, or I'm sorry, it does run on bearings, I believe, and I think they're pocketed. So let's go ahead and turn this around and take a look at it from the other side. So guys, like I said, that's the only problem I really see with this is that it's left-hand carry only. Now, I did look it up. The steel on these is Akuto from Japan, A-C-U-T-O, and it's a 440 variant. So it's for 440C, but I'm talking, you know, you're getting a flipping knife with really smooth action. Feels like it's running on bearings. Looks like they're captured. I'm not gonna take it apart. There's only one place I really see these up. There's stuff on the blade forums about them. Amazon has them for 45 bucks. So, like I said, even at 45 bucks, that's a whole lot. Like I said, you're looking at a knife that's about the same size. So they come in a couple different colors. I think there's black, there's brown. I would imagine there's probably an olive drab. Usually where you have brown, black, there's usually an olive drab version of it coming or already in the works. So these are not bad knives for that price point. The showstopper for me is a left-hand carry only. Very rarely do I carry a knife in my left pocket. I do have some knives that are left-hand carry. They're set up that way, and those are knives that, like my Spyderco, my Spyderco Matriarch 2. That's basically, I mean, that truly is a weapon. That's not an everyday carry. That's not something you're really going to use for much anything. That's a weapon. That stays in my left pocket sometimes if I'm not, you know, sketchy neighborhood, things like that. I will carry that just in case thing. Plus, it would make an excellent seatbelt cutter, you know. So I can see why some people would carry them, but no, these are left-hand carry only. I have seen people talking about that in the forums. The action on them is really smooth, and one of these has a little bit of blade play. This one's the one that has blade play. There's two of them. I just put the other one away. This isn't the one that you saw. I pulled this one out just to make sure they were, in fact, both the same, both left-hand carry. I just wanted to make sure. I have two of them here, same customer. As far as the grind, I don't see any misgrind, like for the actual grinding the blade. The edge, I mean, the edge on most knives, let's put it this way. This knife costs as much as most people would pay for me to sharpen this and do some modification. It's a significantly budget model. It's significantly cheaper than other models they offer and other models that other companies offer. So, you know, it is what it is. It's a $45 knife on Amazon. You, like I said, find it cheaper other places. I want to say that this guy paid in the 20s for these. He got two of them. But, I mean, the action on them is really good. Smooth. Now, I could tighten that pivot and see if the action's still smooth. I don't know if once we get rid of that lock rock. So that's the next step that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go grab my tools and I'm gonna tighten that pivot up just enough that I lose the blade play, and we'll see what the action looks like. So hang on, we're gonna do that in just a second. All right, guys, so we got my bit driver. This is a T10 pivot. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna give it just a quarter turn. Still got blade play. Not even a quarter turn, just a hair. Action's still smooth. Let's see. Let's give it another little tweak. Blade play's gone. Let's check the action. Action's still really smooth. A lot of times you get a knife like this that comes in and it'll feel really smooth and you realize you've got a lot of blade play in there. So we'll give it just a tiny, there we go. Oh yeah, that's rock solid now, no blade play. And it's still, a lot of times you get them and it's a little tighter. Well, part of that's because it hit my finger. It's a little tighter, but not significant in any way compared to the way some other knives get when you crank down on that pivot to try and get rid of blade play, especially in the budget lines. Like when you're talking like a knife that's in the $30 to $60 price range, a lot of times blade play is not something that you're going to be able to get rid of. Blade play is just going to be a thing. And if you try to rectify that blade play, what's gonna happen is you're gonna lose your action. So you have to, a lot of times in that price range, you gotta pick the lesser of two evils. Which would I rather have, a knife that deploys properly or a knife that doesn't? Because really, unless you're gonna really hog on, because I mean, I can induce blade play into a lot of knives. I got strong hands and I can do it, especially something that's not a full titanium flipper. You know what I'm saying? I can't. There's no way on this Ferrum Forge that I would want to grab a hold of it and hold on to it in a fashion, because I know how sharp it is, to induce blade play. And two, I don't think you can do it. The tightness of these knives, the tightness of some other companies' knives are renowned for, you know, they'll develop blade play if you let them, but like to get it tight and then try and induce it on a really high quality flipper, lot harder. Like this one, I can't induce, there's no blade play in this Riat. So, but the fact is, this is not near as substantial a knife as either one of those knives. So, yeah, I mean, I can get some flex in the materials. The thumb studs are not horribly uncomfortable. I meant to point these out when I had the camera turned around. They're not bad. You can actually do a thumb stud deployment. Now, I'm not a big fan of the thumb studs. I like the thumb disc because it's removable and it doesn't get in the way. A lot of times what happens is that these get in the way of sharpening. And a lot of times the only way to get them apart and get them off is two different pairs of pliers. And you just gotta, because they're threaded together if they're not press fit. I actually like the aperture. The Spidey hole, the finger aperture that a lot of knives have now. This is my Ferrum Forge Maker's Choice spinner, and it's got a rather large opening in the spine. I mean, it's perfect to middle finger flick it. I have a hard time doing Spideys. I can't do Spideys that way. I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know if it's the angle I'm doing it at or what, but my Ferrum Forge knives and some of my other knives that have the aperture, I really don't have a problem with it. But the thumb studs on this don't feel like they're gonna stand up so tall that I would have a problem, because it's a nice broad blade and the thumb stud is fairly well back. So the edge area up here, I don't think they're gonna be rubbing against the stones, but we'll see. There's not too much bad to say about it, except like I said, left-hand pocket clip, and I don't like how high it stands. I have a feeling that if this pocket clip was reversible and you put it on the right-hand side, it would be uncomfortable. Yeah, now that I hold it left-handed, I can feel it's, for my personal taste, it's a little bit tall. So, no, that's it, guys. That is the Tangram Rumble. So, I have another knife I'm gonna try and do a video of today. We'll see how that works out. Like I said, wife and kid got back. They're getting ready to take a nap, so they went skating early. It's not gonna be outside. It's going to be inside. It's currently raining, so. But yeah, I don't think you can really go wrong with these unless you just are really, like me, you just can't. I mean, you could carry this right-handed, but it's going to be difficult to deploy and use like the way I would want, being exactly the opposite. It's gonna be in your pocket backwards. It's just gonna feel weird. Now my buddy Matt does love left-handed pocket clip, right-handed action. So this is right up his alley. It's perfect for him. So, all right, guys, that's it. The Tangram Rumble, the Kizer budget brand. I don't think they're going down the wrong path. I think they just need to take a look at the pocket clip placement and figure out a way to, I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. It's just a matter of a couple extra holes. That's all it is. On this one, there's 2 extra holes drilled in the G10. You can see they did drill it directly into the G10. But you can actually see, that's something else I wanted to point out. They went to the point where they milled around an area so that this pocket clip can sit flat, even though that this is chamfered. So there's a spot where they actually left a flat area for them to get that pocket clip on. So they thought about it, but they just didn't do the same thing on the other side. So, all right, guys. You guys take it easy. It is New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. Be safe. Don't go out and do something stupid. Don't drink and drive. Uber is available. Lyft is available. I want all 3,500 of you guys coming back after the holidays. So take it easy, and I will talk to you next time.